Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Dan Cartalicchio. We are going to do a testimonial today, Destination Health Podcast, and we have a very special guest on. You haven't been on for like 6 months or so, right?
Yeah, it's been ages.
It's been a long time since you've been on, right?
Yeah.
What's up with that? How come you don't come on to our show anymore?
I wasn't invited, was I?
What do you mean? You're my client. Why wouldn't I invite you on?
Well, we had the summer and,
I think you said no a couple of times, and so
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so. So everybody that's listening today, we are here with Nadine Moxon, not Nadine, Nadine Moxon. She is from Australia and she lives in Calgary right now, which is probably getting really cold in Calgary at this point, right?
It's okay today, but it is starting to chill off.
And did it start snowing yet?
Not here, not yet, but I'm sure it's far away.
You sure? Okay, I heard it was snowing there. But we're going. Nadine's been a client now, and she is a professional figure competitor. And she had contacted us because she heard that we were okay in doing this, and she's ready to get back on stage. So we're going to be talking a little bit about this. So everybody, just hang in there for a few minutes, and let's get to know Nadine. So you lost 50 pounds so far with us.
Yeah.
You look great.
Thank you. I feel great.
You feel great.
Yep.
Listen, how are you before you started the program? Where were you mentally?
Really not in a good headspace at all because
Right.
I tried, kind of everything, and I'm well versed in the side of nutrition. I'm a coach. So I tried the macros, calories, all that kind of stuff, and nothing seemed to work. And I just I would lose maybe a pound or two, and then there'd be a plateau, and I just knew something wasn't quite right. So my headspace was horrible because I'm a trainer. I should look like I'm a trainer. It didn't feel great. Self-confidence was at an all-time low. And I just, I felt like I didn't look like I should with the amount of work that I was putting into my health and my physique. So yeah, I wasn't in a good spot, that's for sure.
And where were you physically before you started? Because I posted one of the pictures you sent me.
Yeah. See the facial in that photo?
I saw the facial in that photo. You were not happy in that photo.
No, because I knew that that's not me. That with how I was eating and everything, that shouldn't be how I should appear.
You shouldn't appear that way. So let's go back. Tell us about yourself a little bit. Figure competitor. You've been in shows and so forth. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have them put up a picture of you when you were on stage. So unless you have one, send it to me before you head out today. All right, yeah. and I'll put that up, and so that people can see it. So tell us about your career.
I didn't really get into fitness until it was probably my early 30s, and just kind of dabbled a little bit. And then, I remember I joined a gym and I'd had numerous trainers at that gym. And then I found one that I gelled with and I really enjoyed his programming. And I probably had 3 or 4 people come up to me in the gym in about the span of a week and say, have you ever thought of doing a show? And, my response was, I'm not getting up in a bikini in front of all those people. It's not going to happen. And fast forward 20 weeks and Nadine's standing on stage in a bikini in front of all those people. So
and you're standing in the stage in front of a bikini and everybody. That's great.
Yeah.
And we're going to get you back on stage. That's our ultimate goal.
That's the goal. Yes.
We're getting you back on stage. And how's your energy and focus right now since you've been on the program?
Really good. I found in the beginning, the changes that I experienced were really, really fast. So I had a lot of brain fog. I had headaches all the time.
Right.
My energy was low. I wasn't recovering very well. My digestion was horrible. I couldn't eat certain meals and I'd feel yuck afterwards. And I knew I was bloated and retaining water. So I wasn't good. And I felt just like I was existing. I didn't feel like I was living. And then I remember, I think I was on, it was literally 2 days. And I was sitting in my car and I was like, I don't have a headache today, which is great. And I felt the brain fog kind of lift, if that makes sense. So I just had more clarity. with my thinking, and it felt really good. So I experienced those results super quickly. And then obviously, the body composition changes once we dialed in my food and everything and figured out what was actually good for me, not good.
Well, we did the food sensitivity test, so we
Yeah.
found out what foods you should be eating, what foods you should be avoiding. What's your body fat right now?
I don't even know the percentage. I didn't even look at the scale. I've just been looking at the weight.
Yeah, we haven't. I think Friday we're going to do a body comp on you again.
Oh, tomorrow. Perfect.
Yeah, I think tomorrow morning, and then we'll post that. Okay, and because I think there's comparisons on there.
Totally.
How's your outlook right now on life? Because you're really, I mean, you're bubbly. Every time I talk to you, you're like, you're just bubbly right now.
Sparkle.
I like that better, sparkle instead of bubbly.
The bubbly.
Yeah.
I feel great. Obviously my body's changed the way that I've wanted it to, and I'm getting closer to feeling like I can prepare for a show, which was, that's the end game. That's the end goal for me. So I find I'm keeping up with my kids. I feel good. I'm not lethargic, no headaches. Everything's good. And I just think when you're in that place where your mindset's not good and you're not feeling good about yourself, things don't happen the way that they should. But since I think I've got more confidence in putting myself out there, like my whole life has changed.
Absolutely.
Business opportunities have come my way. That has been things that I've wanted to do for years. Obviously, spending that quality time with my kids and stuff, it's just great. And then empowering people, like women that can do this as well. Like anyone can do it. You just got to have the right coach, the right roadmap, and stick to it. It's
right. And to be discussed on another podcast soon. Nadine and I are looking to do business, and we're going to help those middle-aged individuals that need help when it comes to this, because there's a lot of us that are out there. I mean, there was a commercial way back when I was growing up. Not only am I the hair club president, but I'm a client too. I mean, I've had my health issues also that has brought me to this point, and Nadine knows those, and we'll discuss them at another time.
Yeah. And I think everyone does in certain aspects of their life. I think, it's rare for someone to go through their life and not have intolerances to food or there's a time for nearly everyone where the things that they used to do don't work anymore, and it can be related to hormones, the food they're eating, or whatever. I just think it's a challenge for so many people. And in my experience, a lot of my clients are around our age. They go to get medical help for this, and they're told this is normal and suck it up. And it's not normal. It's not.
It's not normal. And if I'm thinking of 2 or 3 friends of mine that are medical doctors that have been on my podcast, and if they hear that from another doctor, they just get really, really, really upset. So it's not. You know what? You got to have the right tools. You got to have the right coaches. Nadine and I, you have to have the right people in your corner. Yep. Between the both of us, I think we probably have over 60 years experience in the health and fitness industry. Yeah. Boy, that's a lot. That makes me old. You know what I'm saying? Because you've only been doing this for a few years. Anyway, all right. Nadine, where do you see yourself in 6 months?
6 months, I want to be starting a prep or into a prep. So I've used this year primarily just to relax my eating a little bit, see how I responded. And I've responded really well. Like I've still stayed within a range that I've wanted to stay in. And I think my body's at a happy place right now, and more importantly, at a stable place where I can start to kind of put some pressure on it and do a show. Because I think when you do a show, especially as you're getting older, because things don't work the way they used to, you really have to make sure that your body's in the right place when you start these things. Otherwise, I don't want those things to creep back in, to be honest.
So anybody that wants to start the program, what would you say to them? What would your advice be?
Just do it.
Just do it, right?
Do it.
Don't even think about it, because
just get it done, because it works. I'm proof of it.
Yeah,
50
I mean,
pounds,
not only does it work, it's scientifically backed. I'm a chiropractor. I got a master's in nutrition. I teach this at the graduate level. Nadine's going to be, coming on board, and we're going to be doing stuff together very, very soon. So we know you want to go on stage. We know this. Give me 2 other goals you want in the next year. Oh, we're putting you on the spot now.
You
Tell
sure
me.
are. What
Yeah, well,
is it physical or is it more
anything you want. Doesn't have to be physical. Anything.
Okay.
Because when you're eating right, you got a better outlook, you have more energy, more focus. It's just that much better all the way around.
Totally. I'm currently in the process of building my own website map. So I would like to have that up and running and going. And I really want to start a foundation that helps with people with mental health. So I'm just working through the logistics of that at this point in time. So my goal is to have trainers that work with me in my business, and then a portion of everything that's sold under my group will be put into a fund just to help people with mental health. I just think, the times, especially what we're going through now, it's not easy for.
I have the individuals for you to meet too with that. So
perfect. See?
So I have the individuals.
Yeah.
So do I have permission?
Help as many people as I can.
Do I have permission to share this with doctors, students, clients, anybody, anywhere in the world?
Totally.
Nadine, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure working with you.
Thank you.
The best is yet to come.
Oh, yeah, it is.
The best is yet to come. So we're very happy. You look phenomenal.
Thank you.
And we had a couple of people that were listening. Actually, we have a bunch of people that are listening right now. So if you have any questions, put it in the comment. If you're a little, shy, you're going to wait till we get off in the next minute or two. That's okay. That's fine. And then what you can do is you can put it, comment in there, and you can make sure, and we'll make sure that you get back. Andrea has just joined us.
Miss Andrea.
Andrea, do you have any questions for Nadine or I? Because Andrea is on her journey.
She sure is.
And she's going to be coming on next week, by the way. She's coming on next week, and I'm going to be talking with about.
I saw her photo, and it was just a photo of her face, but you can see the difference. Like her eyes are bright and sparkly.
And she looks good. So everybody's looking good, feeling good. Everybody ought to be in Hollywood. I got to get there now. So anyway, want to thank everybody for listening in today. Thank you very much, Nadine.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a second. She wants to know, are you currently doing weight training, strength training? If so, how often?
Strength training at the moment, I've bumped it up to 5 days a week because I have a special photo shoot on the 14th of October.
So you weren't going to mention that, but you are.
I'm not saying who with. So I'm currently doing 5 days. So I'm working out 5 days. I'm doing my strength training for around 40 minutes. And then I'm doing my morning walks, which have my lives in the morning. And probably next week, I may throw some cardio in just in the evenings, just, 20, 30 minutes of something. So I respond better to strength training. Most people do, believe it or not.
It's important to do strength training. Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Andrea, she's been on the program. She just said that we can say she's lost 43 pounds on the program.
Yay!
That's awesome.
That's so awesome. So proud of you. Well done.
Yeah, it's proud of her too. So she's doing good. And my cousin Nancy from Florida has just joined us. Hi, Nancy. How are you? And we're talking a little health and fitness today. And if you tell John, her husband, my cousin, that I'm going to call him tomorrow because he has some questions too. So
perfect.
Who knows? Yeah. I may get my cousin John on the program at some point in time too.
We should do
so
it.
That would be good. So anyway, want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank you, Nadine, for coming on. It's been great working with you. Look forward to what's in store for us, and the best is yet to come. Thank you for everybody. Live your best life, and we'll talk soon. Take care.
Well, thank you.